Hi, this is Adam, and I'm going to be talking about the responsibility for the arts to be historically accurate. So, the media's aim is to filter the information received and present information in a way which they believe best represents the story, the narrative. Who determines what the narrative is? The media. Mass media and propaganda are inseparable. Mass media, as a system for spreading and relaying information and messages to the public, plays a role in amusing, entertaining, and informing individuals with rules and values that situate them in social structure. This poses the question, what responsibilities does the media have when reporting the narrative? First of all, the media can be considered a form of art that branches off of its creator's individual creative expressions. It comes from the free-thinking ability of its creators to share knowledge, one of the two main goals of art. That is, that art acts as a transmitter of knowledge. This goal, however, poses a problem. What if the knowledge being communicated to a viewer of the art, or consumer of the art, is manipulated or wrong? Propaganda is very important to consider for a free-thinking aspect of art and of the media, because it can greatly influence our lives. For instance, propaganda in the form of art was excessively used by Nazi Germany to influence and manipulate its citizens into supporting the authoritarian government there. When misused and misframed, the narrative can have an extremely negative impact on its consumers. So, if the media is an art form, does it have the responsibility to be historically accurate? History is a representation of the past, not exactly the past, just a representation. History is manufactured and packaged by the historian to make it accessible and understandable. The historian is as important as the history. Therefore, because what we read as history is the map produced by the historian, and the historian, through art, is able to find themselves through creative expression and having fun, which is the first main goal of the arts. Herein lies a dilemma. Does the historian slash media have more of a responsibility to portray things through a historically accurate lens, or through creative expression that may limit the product's historic accuracy? The answer lies in the effects of either solution. Firstly, authoritarianism at both ends of the political spectrum spreads myths and half-truths of fake history, which are portrayed as historical truth. Thus, it is vital that we are all alert to the emotive power the myths have, so that we can distinguish them from the realities. If the media portrays things as historically accurate as possible, individual creative expression lies at the heart of everything made by the humans, so it still will affect it a little bit. Then fake history can be avoided and public perception will remain mostly unaffected by the specific framing methods used by the media. When the media promotes their own narrative, they manipulate the consumer into believing possible fake truths. Even if they are telling the truth, the responsibility actually lies to the consumer to determine what they believe and hold to be true. If the media takes that responsibility away, then they are not performing their duty. Thus, the media should exist as a limited art form that has boundaries that consist of its responsibility to be historically accurate to the greatest extent, investigating everything related to everything, no matter how difficult.